Have you ever walked into your kitchen only to find cabinet doors wide open, or realized halfway through your day that you never turned off the stove? Maybe you meant to finish that important work email, but somehow you got sidetracked by a text and completely forgot about it. If that sounds familiar, you're not alone. The struggle to actually complete tasks you start is more common than you think. Today, we're pulling back the curtain to share 5 genius brain hacks, the expert-backed solution to complete tasks and finally crush procrastination, no matter how distracted or overwhelmed you feel. If you've ever wished you had a simple solution to complete tasks, get ready. This is the Growth Mindset Project. If you love actionable insights to grow your mind and hack your habits, make sure to subscribe to the Growth Mindset Project and hit that bell so you don't miss out on future videos designed to help you thrive. Let's face it, modern life is filled with distractions. You start out strong, but midway through, something grabs your attention. A phone buzzes, an email pings. Suddenly, that simple task stays unfinished, again. Maybe your roommate rolls their eyes at another forgotten light left on, or you beat yourself up for missing deadlines. But what nobody tells you is this: it doesn't mean you're careless, lazy, or incapable. Science shows the real problem is that your brain wasn't given the right tools, the solution to complete tasks, especially the final critical step of finishing strong. Let's dive into what's really going on inside your head. You see, your brain is a champion at starting things. The prefrontal cortex, the project manager of your mind, jumps into action, helping you initiate whatever needs doing. But following through and truly finishing tasks? That's a different story. Why? Because your working memory, which holds information in real time, gets easily distracted or overloaded. Say you're cooking dinner and get sucked into a group chat. Your brain drops the turn off the stove cue simply because something else felt more urgent. The sequence is broken. The task stays incomplete, an open loop lurking in your mind. This is where the solution to complete tasks matters more than ever before. These lapses aren't just happening to people with ADHD. High stress, constant multitasking, or even hormonal shifts can cause those annoying moments where you swear you did something, only to find out you never finished. Our always-on, notification-filled lives make it harder for the brain to close the loop on the things that matter. The more normal a routine becomes, the less our conscious mind pays attention, and the easier it is to leave things incomplete. Here's the critical insight. To develop a reliable solution to complete tasks, you need systems that nudge your brain back to the finish line over and over until completion becomes automatic. Ready for those 5 expert-approved hacks? Let's get into it. But before we unpack these brain hacks, pause for a second. If you're loving these science-backed tips already, don't forget to hit like and drop a comment below sharing the #1 task you always leave unfinished. We love hearing your experiences and responding to your questions. Now, let's talk about the first brain hack. Anchor your tasks to your senses. Here's why this is a breakthrough solution to complete tasks. When you simply narrate your action out loud as you do it, your brain pays attention in a different way. Try saying, "I am turning off the stove," or "I'm closing the cabinet," as you're doing it. By engaging both your sense of hearing and movement, you create a stronger mental connection, anchoring the action in your consciousness so it's less likely to slip through the cracks. This dual input, sound and movement, keeps your brain alert until the task is really done. Second genius hack. Point and confirm. After you finish a step, make a deliberate gesture, like touching the closed cabinet door and saying, "Closed," or pointing to the unplugged iron and stating, "Off." The physical act of pointing or touching, paired with a spoken word, creates what experts call a closure signal. This is a potent solution to complete tasks because your brain registers the action in multiple ways: visually, physically, and verbally. The more senses you involve, the more likely you are to remember and actually finish the action. Third, use anchor objects as your visual solution to complete tasks. Think of these as props you place in your environment to confirm an action is finished. Maybe you lay a dish towel over the stove knobs after turning them off, or you put a specific sticky note on the door until you're sure it's locked. These visual cues work like receipts for your brain. They externalize the memory, so you're not just relying on your internal checklist. When distractions pile up, these anchor objects provide a foolproof reminder that the loop is closed and the task is truly done. Fourth, make use of the power of shutdown rituals. Turning completion into a fixed routine, followed every single time, is an expert solution to complete tasks that works because it leverages your brain's natural ability to form habits. For example, before leaving your house, always go through the same sequence. Keys, check lights, check stove, lock door. When you tie finishing tasks to a repeatable ritual, your brain's autopilot system picks up the slack even when you're tired or stressed. Over time, this habit loop means finishing becomes second nature, and you'll leave fewer loose ends in your day. Fifth and final hack. Insert a pause buffer. Sounds simple, but this solution to complete tasks is incredibly powerful. Before leaving a room or moving on to a new project, take just 10 seconds to pause and scan the area. Ask yourself, are all the cabinets shut? Is the stove off? Am I really done here? This brief moment tells your brain, stop, double-check, consolidate. It's a mental checkpoint that interrupts the rush from one task to the next, allowing your brain enough time to register that the job is finished. Without this pause, steps get skipped and things get forgotten. With it, you reinforce completion, ensuring you don't leave open loops behind. Let's press pause for just a moment. If you haven't yet, smash that like button and make sure you're subscribed with notifications on. Your engagement helps the Growth Mindset Project deliver even more solutions to complete tasks and master your mindset. Back to the science. Why do these hacks work so well? They reduce reliance on that fickle working memory, which is notorious for dropping the ball when overwhelmed or distracted. Instead, these techniques layer in other brain systems. Narration uses language centers. Gestures tap into your sensory and motor networks. Props externalize reminders to your environment. Rituals form deep habits, and pause buffers allow consolidation. Altogether, that's your multi-pronged solution to complete tasks that otherwise go unfinished. If you start incorporating even one or two of these expert-approved strategies, the results can be incredible. Less stress, more mental clarity, and of course, the satisfaction of actually completing what you start. Remember, if you struggle with completion, it's not your fault or a sign of weakness. It simply means your brain needs a stronger, more reliable solution to complete tasks amidst modern distractions and pressures. And if you're ready for more research-backed tips to level up your mind and productivity, make sure you check out our other videos on the Growth Mindset Project. Don't forget to hit that bell so you never miss the next genius hack to optimize your life. See you in the next one.